we'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Pete and I are in the backyard, and we are going to start finishing that airlock today. As the last video ended up, we finished the form for this concrete. I'm gonna take this form off so you guys can see that, and then we're gonna start setting it up with the wood to frame out our door, and then we're gonna build our door. We just got our delivery of the white rock for this hallway. We need the rock for another project as well, and that one is imperative to finish. This other hallway is low. Technically, this hallway I want filled to almost this line right here. So I would like considerably more dirt. Like, this will get wet when we get a lot of rain. So I definitely want more rock in this hallway. But for now, I will probably have the other hallway as low as this one, finish that other project, and then we'll see where we're at. We do have to lay some felt down, some weed blocker. In fact, we'll do 2 layers of it, so we don't have weeds as a problem. Of course, the weeds can always sprout out in the middle of the rocks, but they'll be less problematic. Now the form should be quite easy to remove. That'll be the last time we use these forms, which is nice. All the bird enclosures have wood 4x6 thresholds. Don't do what I'm about to do. Don't do that. Nice. And if you guys remember how I flared out that, so there's a much bigger footprint on this threshold. It mushrooms out on the bottom. Make it a lot stronger for us stepping on it constantly. This side. Oh, wait. The sledgehammer is out here. I thought I stole it from here for another project. That makes it easier. All right. Now that that's done, we're gonna have to measure for a 2x4 across here, and we'll start from there. And then we're gonna mimic what we did over there and get that started. So I'll take a couple measurements and I'm gonna go cut some wood. All right, guys, I have that base 2x4 down. I have the 2x4 that goes here because I needed something to cover the screen where the screen was stapled there. So that 2x4 goes over that. Then this 4x4 post, which the door, let's see, does it hinge or opens and closes off of? It's gonna hinge off of this, but it still needs a 4x4 right there because the little piece of screen that goes there needs something to staple to. So I'm probably just gonna get this done today because today's actually the day before Thanksgiving and I still have some stuff to finish up at the house because we're having guests over. My family's coming over. So I'm gonna get that last piece done today. And the next day, we are gonna hang that screen, build this door, trim the doorway out, and who knows, maybe I'll get Kagan out here to start on that weed blocker, and then we can start on the rocks. So stinking exciting. And at the end of the video, we're gonna let one of our monitors in this hallway walk the hallway. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and we're back at it, of course. Kagan is doing waters for all the animals, and I am working on this doorway. I have the 2x2 door stop just tacked in with 1 screw right now. I fine-tuned that to correctly stop the door once the door is hung. I hung the little bit of screen here, and now I'm putting the trim over the screen. This was already here, but these other strips I'm adding. I still have to do a 1x2 strip there, and then a little short strip. While I'm at it, I'm gonna finish up this. I did that end strip there. And also, I saw that we forgot these 2 little strips on the entry of row 2. We're gonna walk on down. All the animals, ooh, excuse me. Obviously, I am full of food. from Thanksgiving. Forgot these little strips here on the entrance, the little 1x2 strip there, so I'll get those screwed in as well. So that'll be sealed up. On the doorways, there is normally a door stop on the moving end, right? Not the hinged end. But I usually hang it closer to the hinged end so it doesn't need the clearance. So the door should be about 1/4 at some points. It's 1/4 up top. It's maybe even less than 1/4 on the bottom. And it's almost 3/8 there. But this gap can be bigger, and it needs to be bigger for the swing of the door. And that's why the strip there covers up that gap. So it's still a good seal. On the enclosures, I have that top and bottom as well. But because I need to be able to pull things in here with a hand truck, I'm not doing the stop on the bottom. That the gap that is left, which is could be as much as 5/8 of an inch or something like that, is fine. If an animal got into the hallway, you know, Onyx is not squeezing through a 5/8 gap. He would need quite a bit more space than that. It will give him something to look at. And hey, buddy, here you go. He's a good boy, big boy. He had some turkey feet yesterday. All the animals got little turkey bits. He's a handsome boy. Okay, yeah, a little hiss. They're all digesting and enjoying the sun. I'm gonna get back to stripping that back wall, and I already have the door started, but you guys will join me in there once we do. I think I have the basic outside frame of it. I need to do the 2x4 supports in it, and then screen it, and then strip it, and then we can come hang the door. I cannot wait. Kagan got all the waters done, and I think I'm gonna have her pull all the food trays out of the hallway pretty soon, and then start cutting that liner. I have to help her get that giant roll down, and she could start getting the liner rolled out for this hallway, and then we can start moving some rock in. It's gonna be stinking amazing. So now the door is built and hung, and you can see the spacing. I still need to do the handle and the latch system, as well as the inner hallway door lock, which we'll do together. And Kagan, while I was building the door, got all the liner down in the hallway. You see it goes up a little bit on the one side and the other side, and it's most of the hallway is actually doubled up with the felt, so we don't have to worry about weeds growing through it. As soon as I can, I need to get rock on this because this is going to move around. I'm gonna hurry up and get those locks done, and we're gonna start getting some rock in here. Pretty cool. Okay guys, hardware is done. So this is how we would enter from the back, but only if I've unlocked it from the inside, and I'll show you how I do that. Now this door is shut. Again, that door stop is adjusted to the door. It's holding the door good. This lock right here, which tightens the door up, makes it very tight, and I can padlock from the inside, and that secures me from someone entering from the backside. Again, I have security cameras all over the back half of my property, but I definitely have more from the entry points on the front of my property, and that would keep them, well, I mean, let's face it, anybody can cut through screen, anybody can do anything, but I do promise anybody that tries to rob me, I will hunt them down. Not one of those guys that's just gonna follow a police report and drop it. So from the front side, this is our entry point. That door is good. I finished those 2 spacers, like I said, and now I've got to do the rock. The thing is, gosh, we can remove that threshold, and I could drive the tractor all the way here, but then you still have to shovel out of the bucket of the tractor. It almost makes more sense with the golf cart and 5-gallon buckets, and doing 1 5-gallon bucket at a time, and they're not going to do much. So it's probably going to take 50 to 100 buckets but we can get this done. I would love to get it. It looks like it's threatening to rain. I would love to get this video wrapped up. You guys see this? This is Pebbles, full of eggs. Look at her tail, how emaciated it is. We're just waiting for her to put those eggs in the ground. We've got the lid off of her lay box. We're just watching and waiting for that to happen. So I'm gonna start moving the rocks, and hopefully we get this done. And like I said, we're gonna let one of the big monitors walk this hallway.
All right, so we have been chewing through getting these buckets of rock down. We have been really moving, hauling lots of buckets into the hallway. It takes about 6 buckets just to do like this much, because it is fairly deep of rock, right, Evie? And it's really starting to look good. This delivery had a little bit of sand or some kind of other something that was in the back of the truck that he delivered it in, so it's going to be really satisfying to hose this all off and get that kind of gray color off, and it'll be purely white again. It'll be really cool to see. And wow, I mean, it makes a big difference seeing this come together. We are about halfway done right now, and we're just gonna keep cranking through it, and we'll give you guys an update when it is completely finished.
Last bucket. Oh. It was at least 100 buckets.
Yeah, it feels like at least 100 buckets.
We are whooped. That's a long way. We go up to the pile with the 5-gallon buckets and are just dragging the rocks into the buckets, loading them onto the cart, grabbing them off the cart, walking down the long hallway, putting them, spreading them by hand. It's a job, but it's done. It's done. I know we promised a lizard walking down the hallway. We're gonna have to wait to do that tomorrow. We're also gonna hose down the wall. The walls will come, they're splattered with dirt because you can really see it on this. The walls are splattered with soil because it's been a soil hallway for so stinking long. So every time it rains, soil is splattering up. So we'll rinse off the walls, the base of the doors, rinse down all the rock, because there is like a dirty, silty sediment on the rocks. They'll look a lot cleaner. So we'll get all that done, and we'll let one of the lizards enjoy a little more freedom.
Yeah, this is a good way to work off post-Thanksgiving meal, right?
Well, and we have leftovers for tonight as well. So. Hey guys, we're filming the ending of this video. We promised you an animal walking through the airlock. They're pulling sod off the pasture next to the house, and field sod. So if they did road construction, that's the grass they would plant to stop erosion when they build a road or a highway or something like that. So it's like rough sod. So they cut the grass, and then all that grass they cut, they pile up, and they're burning that, and the wind direction has it blowing right at our property and our enclosures. We were a little stressed this morning, but now the wind has picked up. It's a little more dispersed, but it's got our sinuses pretty wrecked, and a lot of the animals hiding. So Kagan is trying to coax Onyx down. Usually an egg will do the trick. He's gonna stretch, and then probably fall on his face. All right, I've got a belly full of eggs now. Oh, she's gonna have to pick this big boy up. Oh, it's a whole lot of lizard. Oh, Jesus. That is a whole lot of lizard.
Doesn't show off his size well.
What did he eat? What did he's holding some air in is what he's doing. Yeah, don't let those blackthroats fool you. They will always, in any situation, bluff their way. So he's happy to be on the ground. He doesn't like to be picked up too much, and a lot of the big lizards don't. You want one of those eggs? I'll keep the rest hidden. Now, so this is a new experience for him because he's been in the cages with us. He hasn't had this type of freedom. But this is,
know what to think of it.
No, he doesn't. And you know, a lot of them are that way when you put them on the ground and they feel like they have that freedom. So he's being a little more defensive than he normally is, even though he let Kagan just pick him up. He's a little concerned about us following him down the hallway. And he's less concerned about the egg that is in your hand, which he would normally be going crazy for. All the new smells. So this is great, like she does with Alexander and Lily and Pinky and stuff in the other hallways. When we do waters or some sort of a cleaning or something, you can always let one lizard loose. Let them explore, let them walk around. There you go. I can get this camera extended a little better.
Nothing like a little snack to help calm you down.
Yeah. I'm gonna sneak in front of him. These are the 6 enclosures that aren't done yet. I'm able to. How much nicer is it with the rock in the hallway?
Oh, so much nicer.
And we have finished the other project that uses the rock. So now the next step is to level off the rock in hallway 1. He is not the best at eating eggs.
No.
He definitely gets his minerals from his dirt every time he eats an egg, just about. He's trying to eat a big old hunk of sod with it. Oof, that is a mouthful of mud, buddy.
Oh, God.
Megan's gonna steal another egg from my shirt. Ugh. Ugh. It's so funny. What are you eating? It's disgusting.
There, that one's smaller. You can eat that in one bite, dude.
Lift your head up. Maybe we need to show him. Like, physically lift his head up.
Maybe he just likes the dirt. Oh, gosh.
That's the best he's done in a while.
He's losing some.
Smoke is burning my eyes. And that is why most of the animals are just hiding today. They know to stay in their hide boxes to avoid this smoke. It's what... I'm sure the blackthroats and whitethroats would live in areas that would burn annually or semi-annually or something like that. In the dry season. I don't know that the water monitors do. But I think most animals do have some ideas about fire. Whether they stay ahead of the fire and pick up snakes and small invertebrates and small mammals and stuff like that getting away from the fire, baby birds. Maybe that's why the blackthroats and whitethroats are the only ones that are really out. I think there were 1 or 2 water monitors that are out and the rest are in their hide boxes. Well, we did want more walking and exploring, but You know, that's about all onyx is good for, right?
You know, it's not a bad thing that he's eating it on the dirt and not in the rocks.
Yeah, because I have a feeling he would end up consuming rocks.
Hey, buddy.
What are you doing? You've got a lot of freedom right here. Blockhead. What other exciting news did we have today? What do you have hatching out in the garage?
Chickens!
Chickens from who?
Charlie!
From the new rooster and our... how many different types of hens do we have? Is almost every hen a different breed?
Most of them, yeah. There's like the Isa Browns, the speckled Sussex. Oh gosh, I can't even think of them right now.
We're gonna have some surprise babies.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be pretty cool. He is looking at that screen. Oh, that's funny. I'm cupping my shirt, but you've already taken them all.
Yeah.
That's why I was only using that one hand.
Oh. Every last drop. Here, we'll save these last ones for a reward for going back in your enclosure.
Oh, he's like, oh man. What do you think, buddy? Look, he's flaring out as he gets closer to me. It's okay, man. Oh. It's hard on the knees. I was just up on the roof working on the finishing trim work on that roof extension for the shop. Just got all that done this morning. Well, we're gonna let him walk around. I'm sure there's gonna be some dragging of the base of the tail. He's gonna start scent marking the ground. We'll probably give him a couple minutes out here and just let him explore. There's nothing he can do. He can't get out. We'll put the latches on any of the other females' enclosures and put this latch on right here. There's Charlie. Hey, buddy. That's our big rooster from Carl Rasmussen. I guess that's a bad perspective. There's our big rooster from Carl. So tall. He's a big, look, now you can see him towering over the hens. All right, guys, that's all for this one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Until next time.